Hello everybody, welcome to Speakeasy.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Jake.
We are the Dirt Road Men. Just doesn't sound right when we do it that way.
No, it doesn't. Today we have 5 Vegas.
The Series A Maduro, specifically.
Yeah.
That. Yeah. And we're drinking Russell's Reserve 10 year because Eddie and Jimmy Russell make the best bourbon there is.
Fact.
So, only took me a little over a year to convert you. Although, it's nice that I converted you somehow.
It's taken me more than a year to get you where you are, but
I think as we've gotten older, we've become this weird amalgam of each other.
it's great. We're going to take over the world one day.
Yeah.
Cigars and whiskey for everybody.
Yeah. Just, you know, don't break our rules or we'll probably not fuck around. We'll just kill you. It's like a totalitarian dictatorship, but we're pretty lax on the rules, bro.
Rule 1, don't be a dick.
Rule 2, don't be a communist. If you can abide by those 2 things, we're probably good. And
Yeah.
Rule 2 really comes subsequent to Rule 1, but some people genuinely think they're trying to be good people when they're being communists, so it needs stated.
Yes.
I don't know how any of this relates to our cigars, but here we are. So, at least I've smoked my way through a couple of these so far. This is probably your first one, isn't it?
Yeah, it would have to be.
Alright.
I forgot to silence my phone.
You did. So, for you, it would be better for us to have shot this review at least halfway through that thing, but that's cool. I've smoked the whole thing, and I'm more the cigar guy, and you're more the whiskey guy, so we can ride this out.
It's got a nice sweetness to it.
It does. It's an almost milky chocolate to me.
Yes.
And, like, really light coffee notes. Like McDonald's coffee that's been sitting there for a little bit.
Okay. I'll take your word on that.
Because McDonald's black coffee, compared to at least the Café I've been drinking lately, is pretty light, pretty tame. It's not bad. It's just a little watery. It's kind of the reaction that my mouth had to this.
Having sex in a canoe?
Not quite.
Huh.
No, it's still a pleasant coffee taste. It's just, it's not like upfront, dark roast, heavy fucking black coffee.
Fair.
It's just kind of there. It's almost like a hint, but I get this like oiliness on my tongue that makes me think of water.
Okay. Okay.
It's peppery, but it's light peppery. Now, these are fucking long-ass cigars. When you get down around here, it starts to get to that Maduro pepperiness you expect from Maduros in general.
We all know
But
and love.
It starts mellow, and it works its way into it. It doesn't punch you in the face the entire time like the Camacho or the Man of War.
Yeah. This is almost mellow, like a lighter natural or a heavier Connecticut.
Yeah, like one of the Connecticut's, like the Leaf Connecticut, that still had some spice to it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some flavor beyond hot smoke. So, this is a Costa Rican Maduro wrapper, so that might account for some of the different tastes. This is grown in a different country than any of the Maduros we've smoked on camera before.
Okay.
It has a 3-country filler. It doesn't say what countries. I'm going to bet one of them is Costa Rica.
Probably.
The country that 5 Vegas is based out of is Nicaragua. I'm going to go ahead and assume that a lot of it's from there, too. Which leaves, likely, Honduras, Ecuador, Brazil. Pretty much those.
I'm going to guess Honduras.
That would be my next guess, but it might be Brazil just to make these sticks cheaper because they are relatively cheap. But they are all long filler. There's no short filler in this cigar. It's all long filler. And so it smokes really well. Smokes really evenly. Smoke time on this one, for me, the last time I smoked it was like almost 2.5 hours. Somewhere in there. It was long.
Wow.
You can smoke them faster if you puff at them quick. We tend to sometimes, especially when we're on camera. The tobacco inside this, at least, I don't know about the leaf, but the tobacco in it was aged for 4 years. And then the cigars were rolled, and then they were let rest for 6 months. So this is older than some of these bourbons. Older than that one. That would be sick.
That would be pretty sick. We should edit that out. Somebody will buy that idea.
Yeah. That's like almost all the information I could find on this. The Five Vegas name, it somehow relates to the plantations these are grown on. But it didn't give me a lot for brand history. Their site gives you almost nothing for brand history. They're like, steeped in over 100 years of tradition. That could just mean the history of cigar smoking.
Well, I think these were established in 1890, so...
Oh, it does say it literally right there, doesn't it?
That might be what they're hinting at.
So, it is an older company, but my point is, they had the opportunity to tell a story. Like Alec Bradley has a really good story. How did Alec Bradley first start rolling his cigars? He tricked a dude at Home Depot that was demoing a DeWalt product to cut him his molds for his rolls. That's a story that you can sell. These guys decided to kind of back off of it for some reason. So, their cigars are great. I would recommend a brand rep. Redesign your story. Unless your story really sucks, like you murdered 17. No, that'd still be interesting. Unless your story really sucks, like you came from communism.
Yeah.
As in, like, pro-communism, not fleeing communism.
Yeah, if you're fleeing communism, welcome.
That's a lot of the cigar companies.
Yeah.
So...
Because they ain't making no money during communism.
No. This does pair really well with Russell's 10, but you'd be hard-pressed for me to blame Russell's 10 for not pairing well with anything. I would blame whatever else I'm having.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have Def Seth in the studio again. He's actually here doing his job. You want to say hello? Cunt.
Really like this.
Yeah, I smoked it all the way through. Its price point versus its flavor makes me want to give it an extra point. But I would put this at a 7. I enjoy it. It's one I would smoke again. But when I reach for a Maduro,
This isn't
what comes to mind. Now, if I'm reaching for a leisurely smoke that has some kick to it, this would be it. Because as you get to the back half, you do start to get those Maduro flavors. It just never comes at you as hard as the Man of War.
And then on top of that, for its size, this is a good work cigar. Like, if you've got like a few hours where you're going to be working, this'll last.
Yeah.
Especially if it goes out here and there and you got to relight it. And this would be good for...
Yeah, and honestly, at the price per stick that we got these for, not bad. I know they run around the same price as Isla's, generally, so...
That's still not a bad price.
That's not a bad price for cigars. It's not a price where I would get super upset if, say, I dropped it in the shop and ruined the cigar.
Yeah.
I'd get a little bummed out, but I wouldn't, like, be furious.
So this is still kind of more towards the budgetier end of premium cigars.
Yes, it is. A box of these runs a little over $4 a stick.
It's not bad.
Nope. And that's not on sale or anything. So you can get them on sale for $3 or maybe even a little under $3 if you're watching the right places. I recommend Cigars Daily. They, I can't remember if they carry the Five Vegas brand actually, but I always recommend checking Cigars Daily before you order from anywhere else. They ship faster, they tend to ship with the Boveda pack to actually keep your stuff at the right humidity so that you don't have to rest your cigars when you get them.
Which is really great. It's really nice.
Yeah, now honestly, a lot of times I don't rest them, if I'm honest. There's usually at least one that I want to try, and I'm like, I don't care, and light it. But, it's good to let your cigars rest if you order them anywhere where you're getting them in the mail. Of course, I recommend, unless you're buying samplers before you buy a box of anything, go to your local shop and buy one.
Yes.
You can buy singles on websites too, but
you have to wait.
You want to support your local shops. We want to be able to have those in business because it's cool for cigar smokers to be able to congregate. And you can't just do that at bars anymore because our country
turned to a bunch of pussies.
Pussifies it's a little weird amalgam of the same person. That's awesome. So I gave it a 7. What do you give it?
Okay, 7.
Yeah, I give it a 7. I want to give it an 8 just because of its price point. I really do. But if I'm just grading on flavor spectrum, quality spectrum, it's a 7.
I was thinking 8, not only on the price point, but on the... You cannot deny the length.
No, but you can get most cigars in a Churchill size.
Yeah. I guess this is my first Churchill.
Not your first.
Not my first?
Yep. I had a set of very mediocre Churchills once. We had them with a very mediocre bourbon.
The McKenna.
Yep.
Okay, this is the first Churchill that I remember smoking because it's worth noting.
Yeah.
I also might remember it because I'm currently smoking it, but
yeah. So yeah, solid 7 on the 5 Vegas Series A Maduro.
Now, for me, on the rating thing, when it does start hitting those darker peppery notes, more towards the back half, I might like it better, but...
Yeah, if he changes his mind, we'll kick the camera on again and talk a little more. I've smoked through 2 of these, and I generally try to smoke through all of one before we have it on camera, unless I only have one. And then what I usually do is we'll rate it, and then when we finish the cigar, if I change my mind or I think of something else, we'll try to shoot a little more on the video. We've only had to do that a couple of times. Most cigars don't change drastically the whole way through. Excuse me. But it does happen. And this is one of those cigars where I think it transitions into darker flavors as it goes. There's a tranny joke there, I just can't hook it up right now. But, anyway, we're rambling on. Until we see you again, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jake.
We are the Dirt Roadmen. There it was.
That was a good one. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, drop us a comment, and check out our Facebook page for daily updates.